Yo dudes! Welcome to One Pot Mushroom Risotto. Really simple, quick, tasty dinner. It cost us, the full ingredients cost us $3.29 less 4 tablespoons. Wine. We couldn't buy wine at 7:30 in the morning, but we bought it in SuperValu. It'll probably cost you €4 for the ingredients, and it will take you 50 minutes to make.
I'd say it could take you 20 minutes.
Okay, there you are.
There you go, anyway. Here we go. Okay, so first thing first, we've got a pot. I've got 1 litre of veg stock. I'm just putting it on a gentle simmer. I'm putting it on a low heat because I want to keep it nice and warm. I don't want it boiling, but I want it simmering away, and that's a secret. That's really good. Pan on a high heat. Okay, we're gonna add 1.5 tablespoons of oil to the pan.
Okay, we're using olive oil. Use whatever type of oil you're into. We have 1 red onion diced reasonably finely. 3 cloves of garlic chopped reasonably finely. Okay, we've 250 grams of mushrooms. Use whatever type you want. We're just using a simple button mushroom because it's more accessible. We wanted to just show how cheap this dish could be. But if you could get oyster or shiitake, it will just be slightly more meatier and fancier. So normally with mushrooms, Dave would add his magic black sauce known as tamari, but instead we're going to use vino blanco.
So what's vino blanco now?
White wine. The alcohol is going to evaporate, so don't worry, but it's going to add just a sweetness to it and also a little bit of acidity. And so the mushrooms will absorb it.
So we've got 4 tablespoons of white wine.
Yeah, and if you do want to be more generous, that's totally cool too. Okay, another thing that goes great with mushrooms, as we said, garlic, white wine, there's a bit of fresh thyme if you can get it. And thyme, if you do buy it, it freezes really, really well. And when it comes out of the freezer, it literally, the leaves just fall off the stalk, much easier than they do when it's fresh.
Good tips. That's Stevie's top tip, is it?
Stevie's top tip.
Okay, so as soon as the white wine kind of absorbs or evaporates, it's time to get our rice on. So I've got 250 grams. We're going to keep this kind of quite traditional, so we're using a Boreal white rice. But we'll often make this at home with short grain brown rice. It just means it's higher in fibre and it'll be a bit more chewier as well.
So you'll note we're cooking the rice initially, just literally frying it with the onion, garlic and the mushrooms, just to start, initially so it starts getting a flavour. So one of the most important things with risotto is that we have our stock and we're adding it in small amounts. So
the stock is at a gentle simmer here, so it is warm. We're going to add it kind of 1 ladle at a time. And the thing with risotto is that it kind of cooks almost in its steam. You're almost steaming the rice.
The steam will reach a higher temperature, and it'll also mean that the rice will release more gluten and it'll end up more starchier and creamier.
Ooh, good one. So as soon as the stock starts evaporating from the bottom of the pot, like you can see, it's time to just constantly ladle in kind of half a ladle full of stock, and that it kind of cooks in its own steam.
Ideally, the stock never goes above the level of the rice, because the rice, in essence, you want it to be cooking in its steam more than you want it boiling.
Just make sure and kind of go around the edges as well, that nothing kind of sticks as well.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's just keep repeating that until all the stock is gone. Okay, as soon as you've used up all your stock and there's probably about 1 centimetre of moisture still in, knock it off the heat. We're going to take the lid and leave the lid on it and leave it sit for about 2 minutes. And that's just going to puff it all up and really absorb all the flavours. Okay, as soon as she's sat for a couple of minutes.
Ooh, looks great.
We're going to have a little taste and we're going to season. Tastes epic.
Oh, lovely and starchy. A lot of flavour going on there.
I don't think it needs any salt.
No, I think it's, yeah.
I'm going to put a pinch of black pepper through it.
I'm going to take a quarter
pinch
of
black
lemon.
Pepper.
Quarter of lemon, squeeze in, just make sure there's no pips.
Okay, now it's plating up time.
Suggestions to decorate it: fresh thyme,
pink peppercorns.
We're got a little bit of chili.
So often people have served this with a bit of Parmesan on top. I like nutritional yeast, Steve doesn't, so I'm going to put a little bit of mine.
Yeah.
It's a kind of cheesy vegan alternative to cheese.
But if you are into Parmesan, go for that too.
Yeah.
Whatever you're into. Here we go.
Taste test.
Okay, let's get stuck into her. Real creamy mouth though. Mushrooms are banging full of flavour.
I used to not like risotto, but that's actually so tasty.
Yeah, very simple.
Yum.
So it cost about €4 to make. We got them all in SuperValu.
Took about 20 minutes and it'll serve, I'd say 4 people.
Yeah. Yeah, simple taste.
Or if there's 2 like really hungry people, I'd say just 2 people. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let us know what you think of it.
And sending all our love. Grazie, buongiorno.
Ciao.